The Texans, for the third straight week in a row, they somehow found a way to win. The Texans advanced to 3-3, and now they're 500 on the season. It wasn't pretty, guys, but they found a way to do it. It was terrible on offense. Offense was yikes, but yes, offensively, O-line was terrible today. Deshaun Watson probably played his worst game as a pro today. But you also have to give credit to the Bills' defense. The Bills' defense is an underrated unit. They're really good. And, defensively, the defense did what they should have done. I mean, they were playing an offense that wasn't good. And they did their job. I mean, 10 of the Bills' 13 points came off turnovers. Special teams played outstanding. I mean, seriously, I think this was the best I've ever seen a Texans special teams play. They had that, the most punt, they recovered it, but obviously that was just bad by the Bills punt returner. And they had a blocked punt. I want to say that's the first blocked punt the Texans have since like 2014, if I'm not mistaken. J-Joe, I mean, one week we hate him, the next we love him. J-Joe got a beautiful pick six on Nathan Peterman. But, let's start off with Deshaun Watson. Man, it was bad. You got to give credit to the Bills defense. They have a completely underrated unit, extremely underrated team defensively. Watson, it's been known for for a few weeks already. Watson has been struggling in the red zone, and we saw it today at the end of the first half. He rolled out to the right to avoid pressure and made a terrible decision. You can blame the offensive line all you want, but you don't throw that ball, man. I'm sorry, Deshaun Watson, I love you, man. You just got to play better. He had his worst game as a pro today. I mean, credit to the Bills defense again. Deshaun Watson had already been struggling. Factor in that Deshaun Watson was playing banged up. That definitely comes into a factor of it. Factor in that the Bills pass rush was getting there all day. The offensive line wasn't really doing so well today. It is probably the worst the offensive line has played. And I'd say not a single offensive lineman had a good day today. It was that bad today. And, large part of that was because the Bills' defense was coming to get Deshaun Watson. Because the Bills' defense knew that Watson was banged up, so it'd be easier to rattle him because he's obviously trying to protect himself to not, further injure himself. So that could be why. Am I worried about Watson? Health-wise, definitely, man. He's been taking too many hits. We play the Jaguars next week. I am definitely worried about Deshaun Watson, health-wise. Now, playing-wise, I think Watson will figure it out, man. Watson, he's a winner. I think he'll figure it out. I really do. O-line again, man. Yikes. Pretty bad. Really bad, actually. I mean, what else is there to say about them? I mean, run blocking, they did do good sometimes. Pass blocking, the Bills were just coming after Watson. They were dedicated for it. I mean, the offensive line obviously should be blocking better. They damn well looks like they could be blocking better because in some occasions it straight up looked like they weren't even trying. It looked that bad today. And receivers, D-Hop had a decent game. Fuller made some plays when he had to, especially that pass interference, that they got late in the game to set up the Kaimi Fairbairn game time field goal. I thought, that was pretty huge too, and that's the type of plays Will Fuller can bring, man. Like, if Will Fuller can't haul it in, sometimes players will panic and they will interfere Fuller, and that will be called. So that's definitely something else that we haven't seen from Fuller in a while, something that he does bring to the table. So I thought that was pretty good. But offensively, man, it was bad. Defensively, beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Again, 10 of those points came off turnovers. You can't really blame him for that. But you had the 2 picks to seal the game. You had them stopping the Bills pretty much every single time. They did a good job of containing LaShawn McCoy. And despite them playing good, man, I think that was expected. The Bills' offense isn't really all that good. They averaged 12 points per game. And how many points did they allow? 13. JJ had a sack. I think B-Mac had a sack as well. There was a few other sacks there. But I just thought that they played well on defense. Justin Reed did get beat deep once. And, I mean, he's a rookie. It happens. But defensively, I don't really have anything to complain about, really. I mean, again, offense was doing terrible. The few plays the defense did allow, you got to give them a break because the defense was out there for a lot of the game. And they constantly made plays at the end when the game was on the line. They made the plays. I mean, I can't blame them. I think Watt injured his hand, I think is what it seemed like. But Watt's good to go. Will Fuller hurt his hip on the pass interference thingy. He's good to go. He went back in the game. So health-wise, I think we came out of the game fine. Again, the game was so ugly. But the way our offense has been playing, I mean, I expected it. I predicted the Texans would lose 15-12. I mean, the Texans ended up winning, but the game was still low scoring. The defense played well last week versus Dallas. They played well again this week versus the Bills. Now, I'm pretty sure some people are going to start to bring up, is this Texans defense elite? Is this Texans defense back? Honestly, I don't really know yet, because obviously the Dallas Cowboys have had their offensive struggles, as well as the Bills. So it could very well be due to the fact that both those teams have offensive struggles, that our defense has looked pretty dominant these past 2 weeks. So I wouldn't quite call our defense elite just yet. Hopefully, you know, they actually get going down the line, because honestly, I'm not sure this offense is gonna get fixed. Besides today versus the Bills, they've been able to move the ball pretty easily in between the 20s. It's when they get into the red zone that they really struggle. So I really don't know if it's gonna get fixed. I personally don't think so, but hopefully I'm wrong. Next week we got the Jaguars and the AFC South right now. The Texans are sitting, as of right now, still in 3rd place, but by the end of Sunday, the AFC South could be on a 3-way tie. The Tennessee Titans could definitely lose to the Baltimore Ravens, and the Jacksonville Jaguars can also definitely lose to the Dallas Cowboys. Right now, as I'm making this video, the Jaguars are down 10 to the Cowboys, so anything could happen in the NFL. Just be happy we found a way to win, because look, for example, for the past 2 years, when the Titans win, they barely win. Barely. Titans fans, they don't care. All they care about is winning, because at the end of the day, if you can somehow find a way to make the playoffs, you know, anything can happen. So, you know, just be happy that the Texans are winning games. Be happy that after that terrible 0-3 start, they're 3-3 again. Yes, it hasn't been pretty. Yes, it's terrible. Probably the worst 3-3 team in NFL history. But you know what? What if, you know, just what if somehow Deshaun Watson snaps out of this funk he's in. What if, he puts up 40 on the Jaguars next week? Would you rather be 0-6 and then somehow Watson just snaps out of this funk and then we start blowing out teams in the second half of the season, but guess what? We can't make the playoffs. Because why? We started 0-6. So just be happy that we're 3-3. It's the NFL. Literally anything can happen. And when I mean anything, Brock Osweiler threw for 380 yards on the Bears and the Dolphins won. It's the NFL. Anything can happen. And yeah, that's all I really have for you guys today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.